Okay, so on this page, the part that we're really going to look at right now is we want to go down and look at the terrain preference. Left
Preference.
side, yeah, left side, you'll see terrain preference.
Okay.
It's right up there under production points, right there. Okay, so this is an important little graph. This is going to show you what type of land do you have, and it's going to show you essentially what Splinter gives the terrain bonus, what Splinter gives a 50% penalty, and then what Splinters will just be a neutral card. So obviously you would not want to stake cards on your land that have the penalty, clearly, right?
Okay.
So this will tell you
another gamified thing here. So okay.
right. So jump over to your. Let's just jump over to Splinterlands real quick. Let's look at. Let's actually analyze one of your plots.
Okay, sure. So just to address this real quick, this is to prevent everybody just, oh, well, this card gives you a lot of production power. Now everybody's chasing that one blue card, if you will, and they're only using that card on land, right? This really, levels the playing field. It allows all the cards to be useful on land versus, again, if there's some type of dragon card or something, everybody's going to want that card. The price goes through the roof, and then, that is a negative impact in the game. So by doing this, breaking it up, it hits the elements pretty much equally, right? So, okay.
So jump over to the game. Leave this open. A tab open. Okay, let's look at your top plot there, the wood plot. So your wood plot is a, go over to geography and just hover over geography.
Okay. So it looks like it's a tundra.
Okay, so you have a tundra. Okay, so
Voctus is going crazy with packs. All right, so it's a tundra. Okay.
Okay, so let's go back to the white paper and let's go find the tundra. Okay, so on the bottom there is the tundra, and we can see that we definitely don't want to put a fire, a death, or a dragon card on that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're looking, we need a water, a life, or earth.
Okay.
Okay, and now neutral cards are not on this list, and neutral cards are always going to be neutral. They have some other benefits in the white paper we won't really get into yet, but if you have neutral cards, you can just put them on there. There's no penalty, no bonus on any plot, right?
Okay.
I personally try to always match. I mean, most cards are priced the same anyway, so it's not like some cards are more expensive than others. I think life seems to lag a little bit in price, but essentially they're all pretty much the same. So there's no really good reason why you shouldn't try to target the terrain bonus.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's go back. So we're looking for water, life, and earth.
Okay. So go to my cards now.
Yeah, and we could approach this a few ways. You can let me know what your strategy is going to be. There is a strategy where you can rent cards if you wanted to. Renting cards for land can be a very lucrative strategy. But that's kind of a preferential thing. Do you like to own your cards? Do you like to rent them? And now that's, let's say the individual person that's watching this, again, there's definitely a strategy for renting cards, and there's definitely a strategy for owning them. For the sake of this, we won't worry too much about like perfect optimization. Let's just activate the plot and get it going, and you can just come back in and re-optimize it. So let's go ahead and just, if you have do you have any non-modern cards? Obviously, we can't do Soulbound, right? You can't use Soulbounds, can't use Gladiators. So we're looking for.
I got a couple there we can start using right away. So.
Okay, perfect.
So the Sea Genie would be the first one, right? Because it's an older set and it matches the element. And
okay, so let's use the in-game feature. We don't have to really look for the cards because the land thing will automatically help us find the right cards. There's a little bit of a helping element of the land game. So let's go back to land and let's just go through it. Now I personally don't like to work on my land through the in-game interface. I personally like to use peak monsters.
Mm-hmm.
But for the sake of the stream and stuff, and we'll just do it through the game.
Okay.
If you're only doing one plot here and there, it's fine to do it through the game. But if you're doing a lot and you're playing, get deep in the land game, you're definitely going to end up on third-party sites, I believe.
Okay.
So let's go back to that screen we were on before. Let's go to the production. Let's go back to that screen before that we were on.
Okay. And click here to go to the site itself.
Yeah. Now we're gonna go deeper into the plot.
Manage, I assume.
All right. Yep. We're gonna manage, right?
Okay. All right.
Okay. Now we're gonna see this screen again. If you're doing a lot of plots, you're deep in the game, you probably won't be doing it this way. Although this way is fine when you're just doing a small amount, and it's visually more appealing. And funner to look at this way. Okay, so the first thing we got to do is we need a power core. Okay, now again, there's deeper elements of the game, but let's just keep it kind of 101 for now, right? You can have a Rooney, and then you don't need power core, and you could have land cards that are energized. But for the sake of this, let's just say that for now, you're going to probably just need a power core. So I think you said you had a power core.
Yes, actually, I just got delegated one, but yeah, I just got one today. So shout out to you. So again, click
Now,
this.
it can't be delegated power cores. Okay, power cores are soul bound. Okay, so down there in the middle center of the screen.
I'm sorry. I apologize. Not the power core. The card that has
the card. Right.
Yeah,
so down there you can see this would be the actual power core. Now power cores are soul bound, and they're fixed at 5,000 DEC.
Gotcha. Okay.
So in this case, you have 0. If you had one, you could click it there. Now they could be added and removed from land plots freely, but they are soul bound, so they can't be sold. Once you buy them, they're soul bound to your account only.
Right.
So that's a bit of a challenge for people. Yes, it's just an expense. That's just the way it is. Let's go ahead and do yours with the card, but I'm just showing people that if you wanted to buy a power core, you could hit buy right there, use 5,000 DEC, and you'd get a power core. Okay, but for us, and I'll be honest with you, I don't actually own any energized land cards, so yeah, so that would be how you would buy them. And I think you could pay with credits too. So, okay,
cool.
So go ahead and hit. Let's click on one of the. Like I said, I don't own any energized cards, so this is going to be new to me as well. So go ahead and hit one of the red boxes, which is a worker slot.
Mm-hmm.
Let's click a worker slot, and I'm going to learn something new here as well too. So, where is the land card that is energized? We're going to click it wherever it is.
We could do that, right? So only show cards with land abilities. That should work. Okay, and
right.
then it
That's
would be
so there
either
it is,
of these. Yeah, either of these. Give me a land core, a power core. Thank you, Luna. Okay.
So let's go ahead and add one of them.
All right, let's just use the first one. Okay.
Okay. All right. So now, so now we can see that the power core section is not saying not powered. So it looks like it's powered now, right?
Okay.
So now, now on the top section, so the top row is showing you how it was. The bottom row is showing you the way you're changing it. So the top is showing you, okay, before you have nothing, and now the bottom is showing you what you're changing. So these changes won't go into effect until you hit save. But on the bottom there, you can also see it says current and new. So you can see after you have cards on here, you'll be able to see what's currently happening. And if you were to save these changes, the changes that would make. So in this case, the current is nothing. So everything is a change. So it's very simple. And so on the top, it's showing you the way it was. On the bottom is the changes you're making. And then down there, it shows you the stats. So how much wood difference in production if you change that card out with that card. Okay, so here we go. So let's go to the next spot because we're going to add another worker.
Okay.
So click on the next plus add worker.
It doesn't seem to be doing anything there, I guess. I would just turn this off and go to the regular workers.
No. Yeah, we need to turn off the land ability, right? Okay, so now this should give us a little bit of an order here in saying, like, if you have, what was it, water, life, or earth cards, I believe they show you, the top, right at the top, we should see a terrain bonus. I think your camera's in the way there, but I think, what is that? Second card. So the first one is a land card, right? So we're going to skip the land card because we're going to use that on a different plot. So it looks like you have, yeah, the cobalt of burden, right? Which we can see there. Production is, yeah, production is 2,000, I believe, but it has a terrain bonus of 10%.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So let's go ahead and we could always remove it off if we wanted to, but let's go ahead and click that one. Let's check that one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for that slot. Okay, now that one has a terrain bonus. Now the next slot. Now it's showing you the highest PP to the lowest PP, but we could also see in the adjusted column, we can see the ones that have a terrain bonus.
So this is going to be their effectiveness, right? So this is doing, just their pure production power. Depending on what plot I am currently on, this here will totally change. So, for example, right now the countless Sinesh is at a negative 204, but if I go to a different plot, it might change to positive.
Right. So that has the terrain penalty. Mm-hmm. The green ones have the terrain bonus, and then the ones that are just say 0 would be the ones that are not optimized for this plot but don't have a penalty.
Okay.
Right. So again, I wrote it down. So for this particular plot, our bonus is going to be water, life, and earth, right? And then the other two are the penalty ones, and then your neutral card would be neutral, right?
Okay.
So the 0 ones are probably, those are your neutral cards, right? Yeah, not the element is neutral. You can see the element over there. Okay, so let's go back up to the top, and we have to make a choice here. Do we want to go with, go all the way back to the top? Do we want to go with the 2,000 production bonus one, which is a neutral card with no terrain bonus, or do we want to go down to the stage?
Sorry, let me interrupt you. These two cards are not my cards. These are the rewards for the Jeopardy game. So those two are out.
Gotcha. Okay. So now we have to choose. Do we want to use that Rune Crafter, which is 1,000 PP but has no terrain bonus, or do we want to go all the way down to the Stitch Leech and get that terrain bonus?
Let's just do that.
Yeah, sure. So you can always come back and change it. Now, just keep in mind that once you stake cards on land, if you want to take them off, it's going to be on a 3-day cooldown. So you cannot put cards on land and then change your mind and then put them on a different plot right away. You'd have to wait 3 days.
Oh, so even going between plots, you still get that. So it's not only affecting your ability to use the card in battle, but also between plots. So, okay.
Yes, that's a 3-day cooldown. So you do want to be, you do want to be, sure when you click that save button.
Okay. All right.
So we can do that.
Delegated me another card. Let me just refresh real quick. Hopefully it doesn't destroy this. Great. All right. Well, let's try it again then.
You can go back through it really quick. So just hit the no worker. The first worker slot is going to be your energized card.
Worker, yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to go to the core. So, all right. Then this, and then this guy is mine, so I can do that. And then what do we have? The Stitch Leech that was up there. Okay, I think we're back there. So now
we want to pay attention to. It's a little bit small on my screen, but I think one of those.
That up again.
One of those sections is telling you how much DEC you're going to be consuming. So remember, we're on a 5,000 DEC limit. So
okay.
Energy required.
I believe this is the card that was just delegated to me. So they're saying that I need to have that on there. Awesome, thank you.
Yeah. So we need to look at. I think it's energy required. Let me just double check on my screen. So you see the little section there where it says new. The details there are new. So you're going to be producing, you have a boost, you have a certain production power. Sorry, I can't read it. It's too small for me to read it from my screen. But one of those is telling us how much DEC where it's going to be required. and that's where we got to be careful because remember you have only 5,000 DEC.
Okay.
Available. Now we could just go. It's okay if we go over. Again, this is for demonstration purposes. So, you could add one more card if you want to, and then we'll go ahead and save it, and then we'll just go ahead and review the stats of what's happening after that.
So maybe I should remove this card here, and then let's just throw some other cards in there so that we fill it up, right?
Yeah, and I think if you hover over it, it's also giving you details. Like I think right there, I can't read it, but does it say like how much DEC that's going to require?
Energy required is 9,000, so I assume that is
Yeah, I think that's 9,000 DEC.
All right. So how would I remove him? Clear slot. Okay. All right. Let's use somebody that's less power hungry for that, which is fine. Who are you? Yeah, you can go. There we go. That's good. And then we'll do another water card, the Genoshanis. Did I just remove somebody? I think I just did. Okay.
Yeah, so it's I'm checking on mine. So it's energy required.
Okay, yes, yep.
Energy required is your DEC. And again, it's okay if we go a little bit over. Mm-hmm. It's not a big deal.
It'll just be less effective, pretty much, right?
That's right. Yeah, you won't be maximum production.
Okay. All right, cool. I think we got a good little squad here right now.
Okay, so let's say.
Go ahead. Everybody's the right element. I'm not getting penalized for anything. I'm getting a little bit of bonus for each one. So that's what you guys want to do.
Did you have a totem?
Yes, I do, actually. Shout out to
so you
Matt.
Can put that in the artifact.
He gave me a rare totem on stream, which was awesome.
So, perfect. There you go. That's awesome. That's a really big help. So the cool thing about totems and boosts is that boosts, they boost your production, but they do not require additional stake DEC. So that's really cool because it's not heavy on your DEC. Yeah.
I just realized. So it's a pure buff. So
pure buff, right? Yeah. Pure buff without adding extra weight.
And real quick, for a future episode, I believe you guys can actually get fragments or something like that and put a totem together. I don't know anything about that. I know I've heard people say, oh, I got lucky and I got a fragment or something. I have no idea, guys, but we will dive into that next time. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right, so it looks like we have a worker that's providing our power core. We have workers that are going to be working the land itself. We have an artifact on there that's going to give us an overall boost. We have 89,000 grain left in the silo there. That is allow me to start this plot up, and we're going to feed the hungry workers, and everybody should be happy on this land plot, right? Okay. All right. Now I would just do save changes at this point. Everybody will pop up to the top, and now my numbers, I would actually have a land plot in the game working.
Right, working.
Okay.
And then you'll be able to come in and you could see what would happen if you swapped the card out before saving changes. And yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now, right? Okay. There we go. So this one is producing wood.
Okay, now not yet. Okay. Yeah, there's one more.
Oh, confirm here. Yeah. Yep. All right. Do we need to review anything on this page here?
This is more important if you already had something. If this card was already active, it would show you like the change. Like, oh, now because you did this, you're going to produce more grain. But in this case, it's
Okay. It is actually warning me about what you had just discussed as far as the timeout that the card will incur. But good thing is that these Phoenix Ashes, I believe, just went live recently here. in the game. So that'll allow you to remove that cooldown, not only for land, also for survival. So if you're playing survival and your card gets knocked out by some meanie, you can actually use those to get that card right back into the game. And I think those are probably more beneficial to summoners than your cards. But you know, I could be wrong. I was wrong once, right? So all right, so we're gonna go ahead and confirm that.
Yep. Now totems can be taken off and moved around with no cooldown.
Okay.
Another thing to keep in mind here is it looks like this particular plot has already been cleared. So for some people, there is plots that might not be cleared yet, and so your work site can only begin if the plot is cleared.
Okay, I do have one that is uncleared, so maybe we should jump
Right.
there next and take a look.
Yep. So this one is producing grain right away, and in fact,
Yep.
it's pretty cool. Actually, if you go back one screen, this is more of the managed screen.
Should I
You'll
hit
be,
manage button or should I just go back?
yeah, go back. Maybe you can put your camera back. I don't know if it's better on the bottom left or not, but so this screen is really cool because this is actually showing you, if you actually scroll down, I think people will, especially crypto dudes, will really appreciate this because you're actually earning grain in real time.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So you can see right there, your grain is literally ticking. And I think you can claim it like, I've never tried to do it like back to back, but maybe like every half an hour, every 10 minutes or an hour. I don't think it's more than an hour, but you can literally sit there if you want to. You can just come and claim it every hour, and you could do stuff with it.
Yeah, I mean, crypto guys, man. What is the one thing that they always say? They like to see number go up.
Streaming passive income for all you.
Number is going up, folks. We are officially
For all
number
you,
up in here. So awesome.
you know,
And Luna
if you
said,
own real
every
estate,
hour.
you got to wait a month for the rent to come in from the tenant. But
Yeah.
in crypto world, you get your paid in real time.
Nice, excellent. It's one of the benefits over actual land. I'll tell you that much.
Should we watch it, man? You almost produced your first piece of wood.
Yep. We have to. Awesome. We'll come back to it in a little bit after we populate the next plot real quick, and then we'll see the results of that. So, and Luna just said it's every hour in the chat there. So.
Oh, every hour. Okay, cool. Yeah. So if you're a DGen, you can set your timer on your phone every hour.
Yeah. So it looks like here I'm also going to be producing 7.7 wood
Sweet.
Per hour. So awesome.
Okay. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
Now go back one screen. Go back one screen, and this will be an important. Now there's third-party sites that can, if you want to get crazy and you're a spreadsheet guy, you can get all crazy with this, and you can go deep into it and go, because you're going to notice up there that you are now at a deficit for grain. So this is why grain plots have a premium, because all plots, including grain plots, require grain. So you're feeding your workers. Okay. And so this is why people will talk about, this is again why grain plots are over twice the price of every other resource, because grain plots are the only ones that don't require an input, an additional input, where your wood site does have to factor in the grain cost. And I what does that say, like 9 or something?
Yeah,
so
I believe that says 9.9. So in theory, I can come here in an hour, take my 7.7 wood, go to the liquidity pool, throw it in there, and that'll actually be offsetting a little bit of the grain that'll be required, right?
Yeah. So you're saying is you could go over to you can harvest your grain. Mm-hmm. You can harvest your wood, you can go over to the swap, and you can actually swap your wood for grain.
Either that, or I can stake it in there, right? And I would start to earn some grain as well.
Yeah, that's another strategy, right? And then just to keep in mind, one thing that's really going to help you here is, for example, the rare totem and your terrain bonus are giving you a boost, but not requiring additional grain.
Okay.
right? So that's a very important factor. So if you are operating without bonuses, you're going to be operating right with that maximum grain sort of. For example, some people will say that if you're operating wood, a wood plot, it could potentially be not profitable because your grain cost is higher than your wood output. So one way to ensure that you're definitely going to be operating at a profit is to have boosts.
Okay, gotcha.
Right? Because boosts are going to increase the wood, but without increasing the grain input. So
Okay,
without
makes
doing
sense.
any math,
Yep.
yeah, without doing any math on a third-party site and putting in all of your parameters here, because I don't like doing that stuff really, anyways. Without doing all that spreadsheet stuff, we could probably comfortably say that because we got the terrain bonuses, and because you've got that land card, which gives you some bonuses, and because you've got that rare totem, you are probably operating at a profit on that particular plot because you optimized the boosts a bit, and so you're probably producing more wood. Your DEC value of your wood is probably more than valuable than your grain cost to feed the workers.
Okay, makes sense. Okay, so all right, so that little idea that I had, there's definitely a caveat to that. So I could do that, but there's other ways to get the grain that are more profitable. So okay,
Now
all
we
right,
can see up there in the top left that you are at a deficit for. I mean, you don't have enough DEC. So
okay.
I think if we hit plus, go ahead and hit plus, and then
Oh, eleven
we should be
thousand
able to
required.
see
Okay,
here. Yeah, yeah. So you can see you. It's too small for me to see, but yeah. What are you at? 11,000. So you're a little over 11,000. You only have five,
okay,
right? So
all right, all right.
which is
Yeah,
okay.
once we get done with the stream, I'm going to transfer some BTC over to Litecoin, Litecoin over to the engine, to Hive engine, and then I'll swap the Litecoin for some DEC, and then come back here and play a little bit. So
Sure.
awesome.
And so yeah, if we go back. Uh,
Okay.
Yeah, so you have one plot there. Yeah, it's not cleared, so not constructed. So your work site is not constructed yet on that one.
Mhm.
Um,
The SPS one here, however, I think I would be able to just do what I did just now, right? Just go ahead and start
yeah, that
populating
one's
with that.
cleared, and it's that one's
But
cleared, and it's SPS.
yeah, but I would need the DEC required to actually to do that. So
Yeah,
okay.
and now this one, right, to farm SPS is going to require. I mean, you could go ahead and power it up even without the DEC, and just go ahead and put a few cards on there that you already think, and then so you can put that other land card on there.
Okay. This one is a swap. Oh, I can just look here. That's fine. So, oof, definitely don't want to put that card on there. Yikes. All right. So, what am I looking for? Water, death.
Yeah, so there's
Uh,
your bonuses there. Yeah.
Water and death are the two. So definitely stay away from fire. Okay, let's just throw the first couple of ones on there. So flying squid, see you later. You're going to work on land. Let me make this a little bit smaller. It's easier. All right, so I guess I can just do this. Put that guy up there. Shadow Stitch.
Yeah,
Death.
that's a decent setup there. Yeah.
Okay.
So all terrain bonuses. It's fine. It's good.
All right.
No more.
So,
Yep.
okay.
So now, yep. So go ahead and save it. And
And
then now it's, yep.
sorry, one thing I want to add here that I do know because it was a Jeopardy question that I had to make up for the game. There was under the Rooney category was if you guys have a Rooney and you're utilizing your Rooney as a power cord, you don't have to obviously have a power cord. And I believe that it also opens up a sixth slot for another worker. So you actually be able to put another card on there. So
Yeah.
that's an extreme benefit of Rooney. So if you don't have a Rooney yet and you were on the fence, and you didn't know that that opens up a sixth slot, I mean, that might be really beneficial on one of your spots. Imagine you do that on the SPS one, you're going to generate a little bit more SPS, right? And that, over time could potentially pay for it. So, all right.
Yeah, and it also negatives out all DEC stake requirement.
All?
Yes, 100%.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, yeah. So you would not need any DEC to stake for that plot.
All right. Well, we're gonna go see how much Rooney's are, just out of curiosity, in a little bit. So,
I, they're probably. I'm just gonna guess and say maybe $400
okay,
slow price.
okay. But again, we're looking at the benefit over time with that. So you would have to, weigh that out. So,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah. One of the big benefits is
actually,
that extra spot, the extra slot,
yeah. No,
because
actually, that's not
land card
bad.
is yeah, this land card is great. However, it does take up the worker slot, where the Rooney
Yeah.
does not take up a worker slot and becomes its own
So,
card.
so does this worker here not help generate, or it does still? So, I mean,
Yeah, these land cards do have PP.
okay, so they do. They are a worker as well. So,
Yeah,
but going back to the Rooney thing real quick, I mean, if you think about it, if you're getting now, I understand that these land cards also give you extra benefits, right? But they are a little bit pricey. Some of them. If you get a maxed out one, they're going to be a little bit pricey. So, okay. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and save these changes for this one here. Again, I know that I do not have the DEC to power it up, but that's fine. We can revisit that later. And all I have to do is just come over here and add the DEC. So let me just save changes. Sure, sure. Okay, and then well, do this. All right, the shard mine is in business. Well, not yet, but so I'd just be able to go here and then again, just so now I need 17,000. So, okay, fair enough.
right. Now the thing about SPS farming SPS now is to keep in mind is that SPS is going to require every resource as an input. You can see it there on the right hand side. So those are red. So you are needing those resources,
Oh, okay.
right? So you have every resource input now.
Oh, okay. So not only would I have to put that X amount of DEC up, I also will need to hit the market and purchase a couple of thousand of each in order
Right.
to get this going. So, okay,
Now I
good to know.
guess, which I guess I kind of wasn't aware of this, but it looks as though you are earning. Go
Yeah.
back one page. Yeah,
It
go
yeah,
back one page.
there
Yes.
was a
So
slight earn on there, even though it didn't have
right. So what?
anything on
So
it.
the way this works, I guess, because I don't operate with not enough DEC. I've never really done it before. So I guess what's happening is you are. It is actually producing. In spec, there you see your first tick of SPS that you earned.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what would happen if you tried to claim it at it. Okay, so I guess you would get maybe yeah, it's good. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. So because you don't have enough DEC,
Mm-hmm.
when you go to either add DEC or try to claim this, I don't know if it's going to take some away from you or whatnot. So
It'll
if
probably
because if you
tell
tried
me
to
to pay it, right? In order to
if you
claim it,
tried
you
to
would have to
add
pay
more
it.
DEC now, it's going to force a harvest on you. And I don't
Mm-hmm.
really know if it's going to give you only a percentage of what you've farmed already. So you're earning, but I don't know if that's what you're going to get when you harvest because you know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay.
I don't really
Yeah.
know that. I don't know that how that works, but
Okay.
something
No,
like that. Yeah.
that's fair. Okay.
But yeah, it looks like, hey, it's cool. Hey, there you go, man. Your first SPS earned on land.
Okay,
Congratulations.
so Luna saying in the chat, it burns it if you don't have the stuff to claim. So, okay.
Got it. Okay. So you're probably going to get a percentage of it and burn the rest, something like that.
Of that whopping 0.022 per hour. So, gotcha. Okay. All right, awesome. And then let's just take a look at the last spot here real quick because that one doesn't have anything built on it. So,
Yeah, and I think you won't. So you won't be able to do that because you don't have the power core
okay.
and you don't have
So,
any more land.
not constructed. Okay. So, this one here developed. So, I
So
would.
yeah. I could just tell you briefly what will happen. You won't be able to interact with it because you need another power core or someone or more land card with
Okay.
energized.
I
But what will
do
happen on
have
this one
one
is,
coming. Dave Dave McCoy has unstaked one of the power cores and he sent it over to me, but it's on cooldown right now. Well, he hasn't sent it yet. He's waiting for it to go for cooldown in order to send it to me. So I'll probably have that tomorrow.
right. So that's just to yeah, jump in real quick because so the power cores are soul bound and can't be traded. So what you're referring to is
Oh,
probably
the land
a
card.
land
My
card
apologies.
with
Yes,
a land card with the energized ability.
correct. Yeah, he gave me
Right?
the tireless young lady over there. So